Document 01 for the extraterrestrial parasite found during the Black Mesa incident. The headcrab, an unearthly creature from between the layers of reality as we know it, a border world parasite. The headcrab is a quadrupedal organism standing 30 centimeters high, possessing no visible sensory organs, and has an omnivorous diet consisting of smaller animals, fungi, and plant life. This omnivorous diet becomes entirely carnivorous as it fulfills its parasitic mission. The headcrab feeds and possibly reproduces by latching itself onto, as its name suggests, the cranium of a host. The host is not killed in this mating, but kept alive as the headcrab opens the host's cranium with its beak and fuses its own spine with that of the host. From here on out, the host head is the only part of the host body not to be under control of the headcrab. This can allow the host to call for help, or more often than not, scream in agony when they awake after the initial coupling, as their nerves are still connected to their hijacked body. Over the course of several hours, the host body will begin to change in a way that suits the headcrab. The host phalanges will elongate until the flesh of their fingers rips away and falls apart, the bones becoming crude claws. The chest cavity of the host will begin to expand before bursting apart, ribcage and internal organs transforming into a feeding orifice. As the headcrab's original mouth is wrapped around the head of its victim, this is the only way by which it can now feed. With its new host body modified to its needs, the now headcrab zombie will rise and begin to locomote in a shambling fashion. Motor skills will be impeded by the imperfect nature of its connection to the host. In some cases, the zombie may sprint for short periods and operate very basic tools or weaponry. This can be seen in the case of soldiers converted into hosts and typically involves simple tasks such as intentionally pulling the pin on grenades to eliminate stubborn opposition. It is assumed the headcrab is at least semi-sapient and able to learn from the brain of its host in order to perform these functions. Some connection to a hive mind is tenuously suggested, with the willingness by which the zombie may sacrifice itself to eliminate hostiles and the rudimentary coordination the creature can express when seen to ambush prey. As time goes on, the headcrab will continue to modify its hosts. The headcrab itself will begin to fuse with the skull of the host, in essence melting against the bone and taking on a slight skull-like appearance. By this time, the host brain will have likely expired, providing the victim with some kind of mercy as they become unaware of their own fate. The makeshift rib teeth will become more fang-like and unrecognizable, claws elongating to nearly 3 times their original length. Body mass will increase with feedings, and the host body will mutate further, becoming less and less human, or whatever their pre-species happen to be, and more of what is known as a gonome. The gonome is a more agile, aggressive form of the standard zombie. Gonomes can be seen sprinting, manipulating their environment somewhat more intelligently, and even producing projectiles from their stomach contents. It is believed that a high degree of radiation is necessary for gonomes to be produced, as outside of the Black Mesa facility incident, very few have been encountered. Other zombie mutations have been seen to occur, such as in the case of the venomous headcrabs and the so-called fast headcrabs. However, it is unknown which came first, if the mutated fast or venom variants are their own subspecies or originated from a sufficiently mutated zombie that went on to reproduce and continue the mutation. It is also entirely possible these were genetically modified by another intelligence for darker purposes. It is speculated, but unconfirmed, that after an extended period, the zombie will expel a new generation of headcrabs from its maw. This is only speculative, as more headcrabs tend to appear in infested areas, despite there being no monarch. That brings us to the monarch of the headcrabs. Headcrabs are assumed to reproduce asexually from a single entity known as the gonarch. The name is derived from the terms monarch and gonad. The anatomy of this gonarch resembles the male human form of the latter. This creature is massive, standing at over 6 meters in height. Its forelimbs are quadrilaterally symmetrical and resemble massive spikes that are capable of piercing solid rock with ease. On top of this creature is a single orifice which can be seen birthing young headcrabs. This act is violent and can expel young over a dozen meters away and can be performed every few seconds. No feeding orifice can be seen and no method of obtaining nutrition has been confirmed. Unlike others of this species, the gonarch has a heavy carapace, strong enough to deflect gunfire. The only known vulnerable portion of the creature is its reproductive sac. It is not known how a standard headcrab becomes a gonarch, or if more than one can exist at a given time. Despite the nature of this parasitic creature as a hazard to all unarmored sentient life of roughly human size, they are often seen to be used as a source of food. Portagons, an alien race taken as slaves to the Nihilanth, ruler of the border world Zen, have been seen using them for this purpose. Humans are capable of consuming the headcrab's meat with no ill effects, provided it is not a toxic subspecies, and describe the taste as like chicken. That will be all for the time being. Have a good day, and please watch your heads on your way out.